Uh, Hello and welcome to my Q&A, I guess. I do intend to release it the day I have made it. And that day is it's the 5/20/2017, and mostly the reason for that is I did intend for this to be I guess a subscriber milestone kind of thing, but. So originally the plan was for it to be released around like 5,000 subscribers or maybe 2,500, but I have noticed that my channel growth has started to kind of plateau, so maybe I'm thinking that maybe just releasing this earlier would might help. With that being said, I don't intend for this to be the only video I release today. I want to release it in tandem with this song right here. And just what it is, you'll probably find out later today. So just let me see if I'm okay. So just had to check if I was actually recording there. Okay, so with that being said, I guess I'll just have to get started then. Okay, so first question is from Dirty Dan. Okay. How long does it take to make music? Well, it can take from around like 45 minutes to maybe 2 hours, judging by like the only other video with me speaking in it I've made. It took me around 2 hours to recreate the Asgore theme for Asriel. So I guess you can kind of see the difficulty of it that can sometimes be there. Okay, so next question. Melanie Martinez Cry Baby. What was the hardest piece for you to create? Maybe Web of Justice, because it was kind of difficult to figure out motifs for that song. And I assume it'll only be more difficult trying to figure out a battle against a true hero for that, or equivalent for that as well. Okay, so next question, Jabanyan, or I think you just want me to say just Jabanyan. Okay, so when and how did you get interested in making music in the first place? Well, when I first wanted to get interested in music, well, I saw those videos of like people who are really talented with piano. And there's the kind of videos that they kind of have like the camera off to the side, and it shows just their hands like on the keys and playing some complicated song like a Davy Jones theme from Pirates of the Caribbean. And initially that's what I wanted to do, but then I quickly found out that I suck at piano, and that I did actually have videos of that released. I just deleted them because they were really old and kind of cringy, I guess. And then, with the way I wanted to make music the way I make it today, well, I encountered a channel that I think is called Williatico, and this guy had remade most of the Undertale themes with FL Studio. It kind of had like the notes sliding across the screen as they went along. And that was originally like my major goal for this channel, was to kind of do that. And that's around the time I made my oldest 9 videos, which is basically just me trying to figure out FL Studio for the first time. Which is, as you can see, I'm pretty sure my skills now would basically crush my skills then. So, next question from Noah Rowe. Who is your favorite Undertale character? Well, as you can guess by a lot of the themes I've made, I do like Asgore. Mostly because I think, for the most part, he's kind of like underappreciated, and I have noticed like that the fandom rarely ever mentions him in like a positive kind of thing. Mostly kind of just to make fun of him. Usually for certain ships, I guess. And he's not my only favorite character, but I do like the other character that I think that I think there could have been more about is because there's the character Muffet, mostly because they used an entire soul mode for her battle, and yet there's barely anything on her. So I guess that kind of throws her personality up in the air for if people think that she's really greedy or actually just generous. I mean, personally, I think that she is actually trying to do her best to help, but is just very bad at business. Okay, next question. Nope, that's a request. Okay. Also, sorry if I skip any of these. Mostly it's just because like I want to skip requests because, well, I get a crap ton of requests and comments, and it's hard to answer or do them all. Okay, so Mojo Music Maker. What is my favorite track I have made? Well, it's kind of hard to say because I like a lot of them equally. I do like the a few of the Bone Trousel kind of remixes I've made. Specifically, my favorites, I guess, are the Fell variant of Arachnotrousal, which is Arachnophobia, and this one as well, which, like I said, you will see later today. Okay, what's my favorite Undertale theme? Well, okay, forgot that comment. Ellis Crane, Ethan Harper, what's your favorite Undertale theme? Okay, so my favorite Undertale theme, I would have to say, is I have multiple of them. So one of them is Asgore because I think it'd be a fitting final boss theme had Asgore not been like kind of the fake final boss, I guess. My second favorite is Battle Against a True Hero because of how heroic it sounds, and Megalovania because of how intense it is and, in my opinion, how fitting it is for a final battle. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear a lot of people comment about Megalovania. I am aware that it is not specifically an Undertale theme. It is also for Toby Fox's Earthbound hack, as well as a webcomic called Homestuck. So, my opinion is just a theme made for when people are really, or for when a character is really angry and is about to destroy someone. So, what is my Draven ALA? What's your favorite Undertale AU? And this kind of ties in with Dark Spies as well, so I'll highlight there as well. I do like the Camila Cuevas. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I'll just say Camille's glitch tail animation, which is of course I'm getting lost. Okay, I do like her animations because of how they have a really entertaining storyline, and I guess I'm one of the people that wishes that Asriel could be saved at the end of the game. And another thing on the topic of Camilla, something about like Camilla kind of alarms me. Not Camilla herself, just the fact that I'm pretty sure a lot of you are aware of a little crisis she had recently, where apparently a group of some YouTuber, very small YouTuber, stole one of her own videos and got her what's it called again? Copyright. Yeah, the copyright strike against it, which I am well aware that is how she makes a living because of all the advertisements and stuff. But I am kind of afraid of people stealing my content and using it as their own, and then getting me punished for it. So that's pretty much one of my concerns. But other than that, I really do enjoy that animation series that she's made, as well as a couple others. But I'm pretty sure it would take too long to talk about those. So okay, next question. Iron Man 55555555555. That's probably not how many fives they have, but whatever. What's my favorite Fell A? I really prefer just the original one. So, although I'm pretty sure that it is kind of like the original Undertale AU, and because of how really simple it is, instead of nowadays you have swap, shift, flip, spin, or whatever. So I just prefer the original. And Sunzi. Okay, what do I think of the Undertale fandom? Well, I like some of it, like the ones that make some of the entertaining animations, like Glitch Tale. And then I'm well aware of the very small part that makes the rest, or that is very much active, that makes everything else look toxic. And I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the same for every single fandom out there. There's always just there's one small group of people that are really weird, let's say, that make the rest of us look incredibly toxic. Which could explain why there were a couple of people on some of my videos that commented, "Cancer!" And I don't really think it is their fault for that viewpoint. It's just they've probably only seen the toxic bit. And do I like the animation of Camila Cuevas, aka Glitchtail? Yes, I do like it very much. And what's my favorite fan-made song from Undertale? Well, I do like I'm blanking out on the names. There was one song that was supposed to kind of be like a Toriel genocide theme. It's kind of several parts long, and I only remember the name of the second part, called Ill-Crowned Queen. But I do like that song very much, and there are a couple other songs that I enjoy, like blanking out on that. Why do I never remember the names of these songs? Okay, let me just look real quick. I think I have it liked on my video. Or, I have it liked for sure. So, sorry, this is just gonna take a minute. Wrong one. Liked. Okay, so, what is the name of this song again? Truer Than Fiction. That was the other song that I really liked. The original video I saw on it basically made it as the theme of the Gaster followers, so that is another song that I like. Okay, so next question. Shafir Esmeraldo, track that I hate. Don't really hate any of the song, or any actual Undertale tracks, because they all sound really good to me. There are, for fan-made songs, there are a couple that I don't quite get, but there are other people that really like them, so obviously they must sound good, it's just that I don't think that way. Okay, so next one is Story Shift Kara Dreamer. I'm aware that people pronounce it Chara, but I pronounce it Kara, so my favorite AU, like I said before, it would be Glitch Tale. And then there's one other one that I can think of where it's like, kind of forgot the name of it, but basically what it is, it's like, from what I remember, it's Kara, Asriel, and Frisk all living in like the same house. Like Frisk is an ambassador. Apparently, Asriel became a gamer, and then for whatever reason, Kara is kind of depressed, and I don't quite remember the name of it. So I guess if you know what I'm talking about, do you think you could remind me? Okay. So next question, Mike Gaming HD, do I ship Sans and Frisk? Well, I don't really get too much into shipping people. Or at least like video game characters, because I do believe that they are video game characters. But I do understand that a lot of people like I know that this particular ship is one of the two most popular that I know of. The other obviously being Toriel and Sans, which I find interesting. Which, personally to me, Sans and Toriel is really the only non-canon ship that makes much sense to me. Because technically, Frisk is supposed to be 9 or something. But it does specify that that they're supposed to both be teens, so it maybe, because like I said, I don't really ship anyone. Okay, so Carl Philip Madsen, next question. Your favorite Undertale character? Well, like I said before, I like Asgore, and I wish that they could have done more with Muffet, since, like I said, she uses an entire soul mode. Okay, next question. Pizza Pija? Do you study music to make these remixes? I do. I actually do play trombone in real life, so I guess that kind of counts. But as of FSL Studio, there are still things I'm trying to figure out. Basically all the videos I've made, I've kept improving all along. So I'm probably gonna, because it's been around a year since I first started using or making music with FL Studio, and I've vastly improved. So perhaps I'll vastly improve in another year again. So no, I didn't truly study, but I've just practiced a lot. And, the only kind of studying that I technically have done is I do listen to the Undertale OST on my phone, which is kind of sad when you think about it, because I know there are lots of popular real songs out there, but I prefer listening to those songs because, well, I don't really like all the new popular songs. Anyway, next question. Comic San. Good one, mate. Reminds me of my bro. Thank you. Thank you, Comic San. Cool guy 170 or 174. How did you first heard about Undertale? Well, there is a particular YouTuber that I enjoy. I'm pretty sure you've heard of him. His channel is called Sky Does Minecraft, and he did do a short Let's Play of Undertale, which is the first time I've ever seen it. And all I know, and I do remember for the first time wondering why people in the comments were telling him, "Don't kill people, stop killing people." And of course, I did not at first get the reference when he was about to. He stopped right around after dating Papyrus. I did not get the reference in the video beforehand where someone commented, "Don't kill Papyrus or you're gonna have a bad time." Of course, now I get it, and now I'm trash. So, that's how I heard about Undertale. Okay, next one. Skeleton Man Morelli's got any tips for making music? Well, you just have to practice a lot, and if you're making remixes like I do, you may want to try to listen to the songs a lot just to get familiar with the basic format of each of the songs. Like for example, Megalovania, it has a repeat at the beginning where it's the part where it's do 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 do, and that repeats throughout the whole song. And that's basically part of its basic format. That's pretty much the only part that really repeats throughout the whole song. There is like the that's the part that repeats. That part repeats twice, and then kind of it repeats only twice, then gives way to a slower part with a slower drum beat, and I guess it's more intense. So, next question. Lava Girl Gamer the Skeleton. Thank you. Don't know what to reply with that, but I guess thank you. Next, Hassan. When will you make a Megalovania and Bone Trowel tutorial? Also, are good at making original songs that uses UT motives like One Shall Prevail? Okay, for the first question, I'm actually not sure if I should do Megalovania or a Bone Trowel tutorial. If you actually do think that, I would feel free to comment below to tell me. So the next question, or the next part, am I good at making songs that use UT motives? Well, I'm pretty sure I'll get there eventually, because so far the most original song, or the song that I've kind of made, the best song that I've made that fits the bill is probably Power of Anger, because Power of Neo is a very open-ended song, as it is pretty much just the intro of a song, and basically its only purpose is to provide hype before the very unfulfilling ending. So it is kind of so Power of Neo is probably the easiest for me to try to make original songs off of. So, anyway, next question. Star Ninja Kinji Takagawa. I have probably butchered that name, and I am sorry. How do you get so good at making music without no mistakes? Well, I have made many mistakes in the past when making music. So, really, it's just a matter of practicing. So, the original, or some of the older videos I've made, I did not know about, like, the cell lock thing, so there's a lot of things that are offbeat, kind of, and don't quite fit with the rest of the beat. So the original instrumental version of Asgore I made, part of the song is kind of like a beat too late. And that, to this day, still bothers me when I listen to it. So you just have to practice a lot, and hopefully, and then you'll be able to not make as many mistakes. You'll still make mistakes, but just not as many. Okay, Dirty Dan again. Why does Waluigi give me a boner? That might be a bit of a problem. Not sure why that does that, but okay. So next question. Hi, I'm inhaling memes. That's a name. Not to offend or not to insult you, but that's a very entertaining name. What is my favorite theme that I've made? Like I said before, it's kind of hard to say. I like them. I like all of them equally. Okay, next one. The Nooblet Lol. I think that's how you pronounce it. How did I discover Undertale? Like I said before, some guy, Sky Does Minecraft, that I watch a lot, he did a very brief Let's Play on that. I saw it, and I thought, I gotta have it, because, I'm very, I guess, maybe I'm just kind of, like, more of a follower when it comes to that kind of stuff, where it's like, he's doing it, so should I, and so should I, so that's probably not a good outlook to have, so, next question. Could I make it? That's a request, sorry. That is an interesting idea, though. Okay, next question. The Lazy Hoodie. Where did you get the sprites? They're awesome. Actually, I made them myself. So, if it does interest you, I do actually use I do get the some of the other. There's some pieces of the original sprites off of like Google Images, so I can use them as a base to kind of have like a little bit of something to work with, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so next question. Renzi, what kind of project is Newtail? Actually, it is supposed to be a comic. But, unfortunately, and just an idea, how much progress I've made well, in terms of my project, or of this project, well, I have made the large majority of the main cast of it. So the main protagonist the only two characters I've actually announced are is the main character, who is a human named Alex. Alex is the name I've chosen because it too is gender neutral, so it can leave people to decide if it's an Alexander or an Alexandra. and of course the antagonist, Emperor Umberus. That is how you pronounce his name, by the way. And I have made the other some of the other main characters, and have put into place a lot of their personalities. So I do actually have like some of their silhouettes on this little thing here. So that is kind of like a little peek of what or the ideas that I have. The first, so like I'd assume that the first and last images in that list of sprites is probably the most obvious, because the last sprite is something that people have seen before, and the first sprite is obviously a human. So the middle sprites will probably be the ones that most interest people. And like I said, I do intend for it to be a comic. It's just I am not good at making any or illustrating. So I do need an illustrator. So and I do have an idea of how I can go about finding one, but I will announce that at the end. Okay, so next question. Dreamtail Sands. What other things do you do in your free time other than just creating music, creating sprites, and other normal human things? Well, believe it or not, I do play other games other than Undertale. Excuse me, namely being this game, which I play over once in a while, which is EU4. It's a rather complicated strategy game, which I suck at, because every country I've ever played in it usually gets crushed in a matter of like 5 decades. And the other game that I've liked playing is Fallout 4, mostly because I do like the idea of kind of like an apocalyptic 50s kind of thing. And it is an interesting game overall, especially because it can have like there's such a nice balance of like being really humorous in some parts and then being really creepy. That being said, I still have not entered to this day. I do not intend on entering the rest of Dunwich Blowers, or I do not dare enter the first floor of the Museum of Witchcraft. I'm pretty sure fans of this game will know why. Okay, next question. Theon and friends. Have you ever considered to actually do Let's Plays of various games? Well, I did originally want to do that, but if I did, that would just make me one person in a sea of other YouTubers. Plus, I did try to do that originally, when I originally got the channel, which was around when I was 9, so people would have ignored me, would have mostly ignored me anyway, because from what I can tell, no one really likes it when 9-year-olds try to do Let's Plays like a 19-year-old. But if you actually do want me to do if anyone actually does want me to do Let's Plays, just feel free to let me know, I guess. Jason, the NC4 Legion official. Can I have an LFLP of this? I think that's technically a request. Plus, not quite sure how to make that. Plus, I will. Never mind. Okay. This name I will never pronounce ever. Kalafuji Kuku. That's most definitely probably not how you pronounce it, but okay. Hey, can you do something like this with your other remixes? It's interesting. I got most of these I got a large majority of these requests off of my video of arachnophobia, by the way. So, I don't know if I should. I'm not too sure if I should do a Rafale variants of a lot of my other remixes. I feel like that would kind of be like repeating myself. It is an interesting idea though. Ethan Hart. Okay, hello Maya. Muffet, don't scare me, only I ran phobia from real spiders. Okay. I feel like I'm insulting a lot of people by like saying that. Okay, papyrus / nyehehe. So you're doing Underfell remixes? Not really. I kind of made that just because I felt like it. Next question. Comic Sans. Are you planning on making anything else other than music remixes? Well, I did want to make, like I said before, that comic New Tale, which, like I said before, I will need to find an illustrator for it. Okay, next question, Morgan Pitts. That's just a alternate name for the song. That's a request. Okay. Next question. Seb is Hamill Trash. I think I know what that means. Okay. Have you ever been in anything related to theater? Well, I actually did improv in school this year, and so far some of the things that a lot of people have made a lot of people laugh is I do consider myself to, well, a lot of people have laughed at my impression of Donald Trump, which this was during the election, by the way. So like the first time I did it, I said something along the lines of, we did like a game called Hitchhiker, and the first time I actually did it was in this game, and when they picked me up because I was the hitchhiker, and you're supposed to do weird things as the hitchhiker, the first thing I said was, "Congratulations, you just picked up Donald Trump." And then I went into a lengthy explanation of I fell out of my private plane, but my hair caught the air and I landed in a bush nearby. And then every once in a while my brother would actually do and yes, I do have a brother. He did like an impression of would do an impression of Hillary, but it's kind of like he purposely made her sound like evil and more like Umbridge than Hillary. And then he would also do like this kind of thing where for some reason he would just go bro and throw bro into everything. I was like, that's brotacular, bro. So yes, I have done improv, and it is very fun. So if you do like if you do like acting out things and then just making up stuff on the fly and making people laugh, then I guess you should do improv as well. Next question, Preston. Right now, that's a request. Another request. Okay, Ronald McAwesome. What inspired you to start remixing these songs into awesome remixes? Well, initially what I said, I wanted to try to be like another YouTuber, which is Willie Yatico, and basically what I intended on doing was just have just the normal versions of the songs, and I kind of have them flying across the screen. Of course, I kind of ran into some speed bumps because of I wasn't good at making music at that point in time, as well as the fact that I do not own the software that allows you to do that, which I think is like a free video player or something along those lines. The reason I wanted to get into remixes is because I've noticed that the couple of remixes I actually did started getting more views than my normal kind of songs. So I started focusing more on those, and eventually I just did a full-on remixes. I think one of my first was Papyrus's themes in the style of Death by Glamour. And my first request that I ever got was from they've changed the name now to Golden Papyrus, and they requested me to make a Kara Asgore theme, which I guess now you know who my first requester was. Okay, so next question, Snapples YT765. 1. When did you start making these remixes? Around a year ago, like in September, I think. 2. How did you get to making remixes, and who inspired you? Like I said before, I noticed that a lot of my remixes started getting more views than my normal videos, so I focused more on that. And who inspired me? Well, I was inspired by multiple people, mainly Coffee K, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about him. He's the person who made Alpha Takes Action. And 3, this isn't a question, but keep up the work and keep making videos that you like. Thank you. Thanks for the motivation, Snapples. Okay, next question. Psychosa. My question is it hard to have all these recommendations? Kind of, because of all the, a large portion of a lot of my comments are basically like, hey, do this in the style of this. And it does kind of make me feel kind of guilty ignoring some of them. Especially this one person named Whitfox, who I've noticed has continuously requested on a lot of my videos, that they wanted to see a Gaster Asgore remix, and it was like a Konig nicht no Handen and Gaster. And I kind of felt guilty ignoring him continuously for like a month. And so far, I will just say that, he did. I actually do kind of want to do it. So sometime soon, if I can figure out how to use or finagle with the motif, so I can make that sound good, I will probably do it. So, just hope that he hasn't given up. I know that I haven't really disappointed him too much. So next question, Manquaro. Okay, here's a random question. How come you make all your music in one pattern? Does it help with organization, or does it make putting to melodies more convenient? I'd assume that the pattern you talk about is like this in the style of this. Well, it is kind of convenient to have like a basic outline for me to work with, so I know or how to use the motifs and such. And I will say that I am starting to improve on making original melodies based off of the, I'm pretty sure a lot based off of the song Willpower that I made. And, well, I guess it does kind of help with organization as well, although I do throw all the motifs into just one giant pattern. So, yeah, I guess there's that. Okay, next question, CreepTank030. Ethan Harper, what inspired you to make a YouTube channel? Well, like I said before, what actually inspired me to make a YouTube channel was that same YouTuber, this guy does Minecraft. I initially wanted to be more like him, where I did Let's Plays and I was cool and was incredibly obnoxious. I will say that my personality is not quite like that on the internet just yet. So I did have a couple of videos of me trying to do a Minecraft Let's Play when I was like 9. So I am not that, and as you can tell by the fact that I deleted them, I was not quite proud of that kind of not quite proud of my work then. So, like I said, unless people want me to do or do that kind of thing, then I guess just tell me. And I guess the last question, the Painted Poke Group. Were there any major fandoms you were in before UT and its A's? Does Minecraft count? Well, actually, yes, I was. I did like Minecraft, and I still kind of do, but really only on the Xbox, because all the updates that Microsoft have added to it have made it virtually unplayable for my computer because of how much it lags. So aside from Undertale and Minecraft, there were a couple of other games I liked. For one thing, I do like, and I still like some of the older Paper Mario games, like Thousand Year Door. And I wish Nintendo would make more games, or make more Paper Mario games like that. As well as I do like the Pikmin series, because I think it's interesting, and it is supposed to be one of the youngest original games they have made, aside from Splatoon. With that being said, I've pretty much finished all the questions, and I guess I'll get back to this one then. So, like I said before, I do need an Illustrator for my AU, because I do want it to kind of be a comic, and although I am kind of good at making sprites, as you can see by this, I'm not that good at illustrating. Basically, like my artistic skills by drawing are they basically equate to basically kind of like a concept sketch. I do have a couple of really, or do have like one really good picture I've made, and it was like a picture of Bob Ross's face. But I will admit that I had to use a grid. I was copying off another picture, and it took me about 2 days to make that picture. So with that being said, I don't really think I'll be able to make the art myself, and that's why That's why I said that I need an illustrator for my music. I mean, not my music. I can't get the words out of my mouth. My comic. Okay. So there was one idea that piqued my interest, based off of someone's comment on I think arachnophobia, which is where I got all these questions from. So let me see. Okay, so someone called Espurr, I think that's how you pronounce their name. And yes, I have gotten one comment on this one and one comment on the original Arachnotrial video. Espurr commented, Muffet has hit her head so hard she thinks she's papyrus. So, I actually think that, I think it would, that actually gave me an idea of how I could figure out, like, figure out how to make, or get an illustrator. So, if anyone can actually, if anyone can make that like an actual, or actually like a mini comic, I guess, about it, and based off of like how good, well, I think it'd only be fair if I only narrowed it down to 3 things, because, well, I think it would be unfair just to choose someone, or just to choose an artist for an AU want to share with everyone, just by myself. So I'll probably just narrow it down to 3, and then I'll have other people vote on it themselves, depending on which ones they want. So essentially, what my idea is, if someone can actually make like a mini comic about that, I would greatly appreciate that. And depending on which one actually wins, like whichever person gets voted the most, I think I'm probably gonna make them my I'll make them my illustrator. So, and I would have the one thing that I will say though is that I would appreciate it if you didn't I would appreciate it if you didn't like I can't think of the thing I want to say. I would appreciate it if you didn't actually like use it as an excuse to like ship people together, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people will just find that annoying to ship people. So that's pretty much like the only real requirement that I actually have for that. But still, if you could do that, I would. And the person who wins, I will make the illustrator. So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And like I said before, I will be posting this video later on today. So see you later.